Hey, what's going on, guys? Dr. Sean J. Harris here, Generational Wealth Academy. Listen, what I want to talk to you today about is what's called one of one. What is one of one? One of one means that you're one of a kind. You're usually a pioneer in the industry in which you're doing. So let's talk about somebody like Michael Jackson. He's one of one. There's never going to be another Michael Jackson. Let's get straight to the point. Kaden is a one of one. Where else can you identify a 13-year-old high school graduate who owns his own company making six figures? Okay, now that we've established that point, let's start breaking it down a little bit. See, many times people feel that there's no way possible you can graduate from high school unless you're 18. You can't do that at 13. You can't own a bus and you can't even drive yet. You can't own real estate because you're not old enough. So many times we have limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts, which keeps us confined in this mediocre scarcity type of environment or mindset. So what we have to do is we have to turn on the switch to allow abundance in your life. You got to have a and both attitude in life. Many times I see people post things such as, would you rather have this or that? As a matter of fact, I'm going to post a video later on today. It actually just came up in my memory today in my Google Photos where I was traveling on a trip and we do what's called airplane snacks. So Tara offered me an opportunity to get Milk Duds or Kit Kat. And I told her I want both. And sure enough, she came home with both because that was the expectant, abundant mental attitude I had. So I got Tara off camera right now, but she just received a text from my son, DJ, who's in the Air Force, as most of you guys know. And I'm gonna let her read out what DJ and her were texting about.
He said, I was talking to one of my friends the other day and I was telling him about the money I'm putting into my universal life policy. Mm-hmm. And he was like, why would I be saving for my kids' stuff in the future before I even establish myself? You want me to keep going? Mm-hmm. I said, well, the policies are in place so you can borrow from them and do the things that you desire. Most people think insurance policies are for the death benefit. The type of policy you have, you can borrow from and not have to pay the money back. So if you want to put down a payment on a house or start a business, you don't have to go to a bank and borrow money and pay them back the money and the interest. And I said, when people don't know about something, they will try to make you feel like you're doing the wrong thing and you're not.
Absolutely. So many times people will ask Kaden, so what's next? Why does everything have to be a next or a next right now? So that comes from a mindset of conditioned thinking. Because let's say, for example, on our 9 to 5s, people were always issued something else to do. So if you still had another 45 minutes before you were to clock out, well, finish this project for tomorrow or do this. So people have the what's next mentality instead of thinking like we did in the military. We would work really hard between Monday to Wednesday to have the rest of the week off. So it's called hurry up and wait. But so many times people feel that there just has to be something. You have to go to college now, right? Because you graduated from high school. That's just a must. It's a prerequisite, right? Wrong. Because there's other impactful things that Kaden is doing that college is not going to benefit him to do that necessarily right now. But you guys got to keep in mind that Kaden took a lot of college courses already, but he took selective college courses which will enable his vision to carry forward and make the impact that he's looking to make for his vision. So you gotta think about it. God put a vision in everybody. And many times people say, well, Sean, I don't see, I don't get it. I don't understand. You're not supposed to, because that wasn't your vision.
I met a lady the other week and she said to Kennedy, she said, Kennedy said, I'm going to continue running my business. She said, well, you need to go to college so that you learn the inside scoop about business and all of this. And so I also met a lady who was a professor in a college teaching business. She said, I realized that I've been teaching business and I never owned one. She said, how am I in class teaching these students to own a business and I never had one? And she quit her job. She really did. And that's just the thing. Honestly, I'd rather him be doing something that's more tangible right now, where he's going into, buildings with CEOs. He's getting internships and learning how to do the things hands-on, which will be far more than he'll learn in college.
Absolutely. So listen, don't hinder your kids just based on your belief system only. I know someone where his dad was a dentist, he was a dentist, and his son is a dentist. So more than likely, and they all share the same name, a senior, junior, and a third. They're all in the same fraternity. So more than likely, they're gonna probably have a fourth generation dentist, same fraternity, same college. They all went to the same college, and he will probably share the same name. Listen, that reminds me of the movie Groundhog Day. Come on, you got to do something different. You can't just keep imposing your dreams vicariously in the next generation.
Right, because there are some things that we won't know as our kids grow older. And once they find the information, if it's a better way than what we already taught them, go for it.
Absolutely. Because it's just so many different ways of doing things now that we looked at as a kid and be like, I cannot believe I did that. I'm about to date myself. We had a TV where you had to actually get up and go turn the TV. But you had the VHS on the top, VHF, whatever, UHF or whatever on the bottom. And you had to know how to line the numbers up, basically. You had to put it on like U or something, and you can go to channel 17 through 69 and all that kind of stuff. But that is unheard of today. Simply using the telephone. We got video of Kenan and Kaden on an actual landline telephone, just staring at it. It's like, we think this may be a phone, but we don't know what to do with it at this point. So we can't keep using yesterday's thoughts thinking that they're going to progress us into tomorrow's society. So that's just something, Tara, and I want to share with you guys to give you a different mode of thinking, a different mode of operandi, or whatever they call it, MO.
Stop thinking.
Yeah, stop thinking.
Just listen and learn.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta, and that's what I always say, you gotta slow down and speed up. Sometimes you have to just stop thinking to be able to think. That was deep. I like that. And you got to be able to unlearn some of the things that you've learned. So hopefully that was a value add for somebody who needed to hear that. Your children have big dreams, visions, and creativity. Take time to stop, breathe, and listen to what they have to share. And it can be the difference between generational wealth being in your family versus 9 to 5 for generation after generation. All right, guys, Dr. Sean J. Harris and Tara, make impact and make money while you're doing it.